Coming up on Mobile Learning in the Classroom, DragonBox Math. Hi, my name is Trainin, and this is Mobile Learning in the Classroom from TechEdge, and today I want to talk about two learning apps from DragonBox. DragonBox has created a few apps we talked about before. One of them was originally called DragonBox, and it was a pre-algebra app. And the reason I call it an app and not a game is that it is truly a learning app. That is, they take game principles, but they really apply them to deep learning through experimentation. And so what they've done is they've created the next few, and I'm going to show two of them today because it's really fascinating how they've done this work with number knowledge and operations. So the first one we're going to talk about is called Big Numbers. So this is DragonBox Big Numbers, and what you get is you get an area where you have an apple tree. This is where you start. And you can see that there are levels. I've got some apples I've gotten, so I can buy things for those apples. So I'm learning about numbers, I'm learning about counting, and I'm learning about addition in this one. So I can follow, and you see, I have 6 apples. This cost me 5. I have to transfer the 5. And now I have 1 extra. So now I've practiced 6 minus 5 equals 1, and then I get to actually make the 1. So it's tactile, it's game-like, and it's got all of these activities and problem solving to go with it. So now I've got 1 joule. And when I get the full thing, I get to go to the next level. So you can see that the game aspects of this are really fascinating. So now I can go back, and I can go back to my forest where I can pick more apples. So here are more apples, and I can put them here, and then I can do addition. And again, I had 1 before, so I can take it down, and I have the rest. It's 4, and now I'm drawing 4, so you can see it's even got the directions, so you're not lost. And it does have sound effects, but also it actually tells you about these things. So again, you have to wait. You can see that our apple tree has to wait till we get apples, but you can also roam the world and find different things. So we need 6 apples. I think we have only 4, so we can't get our next jewel. And you can see that there are other sites to get after you finish the first one. So let's go back into our forest and wait patiently. Not my strongest suit, by the way. But you can also explore kind of what's available around and just enjoy the music as we're waiting for our apples to ripen. Here they are ripened. So we've got all 3 of them. And again, we can do this thing where we take the 3 plus 2, and we have 5, and we draw 5, 5. And I've got 2 more, so, and you see, it reacts to me. So if I didn't pick up all the apples, it was perfectly fine with it. It doesn't force you to do all of it, so it allows you to do these more complex things. In this case, we got 7. Again, I draw it, so you see the addition sign on the side. It's walking you through all of these steps. Now I can go and buy 1 more jewel, and when I buy jewels, I'm actually practicing my subtraction. So I'm taking away 6, so 3 plus 3, and then that leaves over 1, and 1 is the result. So you can see how they're using game principles to really teach this. So this is Big Numbers, and now I'm going to show you DragonBox Numbers, which is for somewhat younger kids, and it allows you to do basic addition and subtraction with very, very small numbers. So again, we're playing with the neumes, and you can see here's one of them. And this took me a while to understand. We can make them jump, by the way. They like that, but not too much. And you can kind of, and he starts being sad, and he's sad because he's hungry. And because they are numbers and not real creatures, they actually eat each other. And so we are getting 1 plus 1 equals 2. And here's another set. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. And you can see that they play with the number of eyes. And now we're actually taking them away. And now they need ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see how it teaches you to do some things, and you can see that in the puzzles you can take it in different ways, and you also have a sandbox where all you're doing is playing, so kids can explore without necessarily having too many assignments. So let's try this one and see if we can figure out what it wants us to do. So we can get some of these. This would fit here, right? This one would fit here. And now we need a double one. And you can see how that helps problem solving and helps us explain these things to kids. And kids can explore this on their own, but I would really advise, and I always do this, whenever you have these games, get to a point where you talk to kids about what they're doing and why they're doing it, explaining their actions and what they've learned from it, because I think that's where most of the learning would happen. You get coins, which means with these coins, problem solved, you can buy more complex problems and other fun things you can do, and you can see those down there. So this is DragonBox Numbers. So today, on Mobile Learning in the Classroom, we looked at 2 things produced by DragonBox that are really aimed at younger learner getting math operations through really deep learning in a game-like environment that allows exploration. And I'll see you next time on Mobile Learning in the Classroom.